These are members of Edo civil society organization who converged on the secretariat in Benin City to present reports from the observation in the just concluded governorship election.
Sole, sole, solidarity forever. Solidarity, solidarity forever. Sole, sole, solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our right. Who get the land? Who get the land? Now we get the land. Who get the land? Now we get the land. Our civil society coalition in ensuring the state have its governors electionally credible and transparent. Going by different activities we embarked on in the three sectoral elections of the state. It was a tireless task for us that we had to do for the progress and development of our dear states in democracy in Nigeria and our dear states particularly. When we launched our sensitization campaign, we printed eyes on the ball. We met every word of it as our focus. We are on achieving fair, credible, and transparent electoral process, devoid of ringing, violence for election, non-partisan of security agencies and the umpire, targeting of vote buying and selling, which is the major ingredient that compromises elections in Nigeria recently. As a civil society network that has its members at the grassroots level across the state, and people by Nigerian citizens who are residents in Edo State, we need not subscribe to the Independent National Electoral Commission's EDO observation status, which to us is mechanical and guiding. Our members who are voters alongside other citizens perform their civic rights at different polling units, fed our social group with details of our polls per time. There are no better reports or information from anywhere else than that from the people and voters. INEC officials and the company of votes. It was recorded that the arrival of INEC officials and materials were early in most polling units, while it arrived late in a few other units. The downpour on that election day played a significant role in the arrival and late coming of votes. There was very minimal report of any trouble or difficulty with the believers' machines throughout the voting period. Election violence. This menace seemed to have been brought to a non-existence, maybe due to the constant sensitization or because of the heavy pressure of a very well-prepared security troops that filled the state as an election period as promised by the General Police. It is also cheering to note that no single life was recorded anywhere to have been lost on election day. Vote merchandising. The polls were opened without violence as voters took their turns to vote. However, in several units, both buying and selling became a common sight. Security personnel didn't act in enforcing the law against such an act. Both were freely sold and bought by the two major political parties between the sum of 10,000 naira and 20,000 naira, or even far less, depending on the location or environment. All these were carried out in a very agreeable and peaceful atmosphere. In some cases, some voters returned to their homes without casting their vote when they couldn't get a satisfactory again from the buying of their votes. Voters' apathy. Voters' apathy was observed in most of the polling units across the state. Apart from the rains in the early hours of the election day that would play a significant role too, a large percentage of citizens, which could be estimated to be up to 30% of voting class Nigerians, have developed cold feet which is evident in the number of accredited numbers of voters of that day, against the number of last set of PVCs collected along before this election. It could also be ascribed to the total lack of confidence in our electoral process. The magical malfunctioning of INEC in distorting voting figures after citizens have put in so much effort, time, and personal resources, and mainly fear of the huge number of security personnel deployed for the election. This aspect of our democratic electionary evolution is becoming more worrisome by every election, and it gets far worse in the coming days, where citizens will completely abandon their PVCs and leave the voting to be done by INEC and our security agencies, if not checked down and dealt with. Election and integrity test. It should be noted that at the close of polls in some voting centers like Gary Memorial School on the Kewa Road in Oregon and Western Boys High School in the Kuwaka local government, security agencies forcefully moved INEC officials and materials to INEC headquarters for coalitions, which negates the usual process. Whereas in the proper order, collected results are moved from unit to local government coalition centers, from where it will be moved to INEC headquarters for final coalition and announcement. While these coalition activities were going on, over 70% of results from polling units have already been received and registered in the INEC IREM portal by INEC officials. It was also shocking to observe that party agents and accredited observers were barred from entering the INEC headquarters to monitor the materials that were brought in by the heavily armed soldiers and other security agencies who had barricaded the entire area, which event raised protest around INEC headquarters. This action of the security agencies and INEC gives room for suspicion, compromise, and partnership that make the nation not to pass integrity test and leave it is in posterity. Finally, we want to use this medium to congratulate the governor and the deputy governor-elect, Senator Monday Obabolo and Honorable Dennis Inausa, for the victory at the poll. We want to enjoin all aggrieved parties to seek redress through all legal and constitutional means without resorting to self-defense. While we call on INEC, the electoral empire, the discrepancies between the figures recorded and posted on its IRM portal by its staff and its eventual announced results on Saturday night. And we are appealing to the Inspector General of Police as a matter of urgent security importance to reinstate a date for the resumption of our suspended local vigilante known as ESN, whose suspension was due to the election, which is now concluded. With special thanks to all our supporters during this very tense and taxed Edo State Governorship election, all leftists across the state and members of the press. This briefing brings us to the official shutting down of Edo Civil Society of Election 2024 election situation room. May God and our ancestors bless you all richly as always. Thanks for coming and have a nice day ahead. Thank you. God bless you.